Why does it say recording is in progress?
Tab's gonna hit record. I think she's gonna also make me the host.
It should be recording now, right?
Yes, it
You're
is.
recording.
You ready? Yep, okay, ready. Not yet. It's like my worst, I never was bad. Okay, this is my team meeting right now. Can you guys say hello? Are you guys still getting on? Okay.
How are you? Good to see you all.
Great. How are you?
Okay. See, hold on. Sure. Yeah. One moment, please. Yeah, do that because I can't in here real fast.
This is so fun. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited about tonight's training. I could explode.
Oh, perfect. Picture. All right. One more. I haven't thought about it yet. Okay. So, yeah. I don't want to raise his bottom. Bonus hour, guys.
Yeah.
That was so amazing.
You know, the community is like, we all feel it. So this is one I was telling you guys about earlier today. She's consultant 170.
Wow.
The one in the green.
Danette,
Danette, yes.
yes.
Good job. Shaking your
I practiced it.
You don't have to not do Paulette. That's normal. How many have good mornings do that?
What?
Once. Have you ever seen a baby? You don't get to see your own children be. I mean, I think you do. I see them.
Their outfits are so cute. I'm obsessed. Heidi
No.
so classy.
Oh my God. All good. It was empty. It's your dog. Some of the kids, so I could go and all like this, my son, so she had the whole reason. I don't keep the phone.
None of our kids want to be anybody about us.
Well, no, you don't have to, this is like 5 minutes. Yeah. My friend was sitting there and she was like, well, I had to move very fast. Yeah, hour 15 minutes. Yeah, like very fast. So that's why this is. My friend was there. She's like, "Can I look?" I'm like, "I don't care." No, like, you don't care. You don't care. No. I'm here. Oh, it's talking. Do what? Do I need to get up to? Yeah, Mary has 2. Oh, wow. Racing. Oh, yeah. No. I'm not gonna for he doesn't have a green card in this, we're just working on them, and he has she graduated he has like 2 years of school left. Well, let's do it. She made it twice, right? So I think she was great twice. It's like great. Wait, did she join this? How did she be graduating school?
It's really cool.
24. Oh, yeah. I know you got this many team, thank you. I don't see that. Weeks ago. But you get 6-year program. Yeah.
Should have graduated this year. She went 2 years.
Or, she double major. She had, majors. They're the same. Yeah, like the same. They're the same.
He's got a student visa.
Hey, Tab.
Yep.
Can you mute?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, I love you.
Love you, bye.
Is it still recording?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh,
I kind of feel bad telling the CEO of Scentsy to mute, but
We got
We got a
to
training to do.
Quick question before we get started. Will somebody jump on Canva and see if theirs is working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it'll pull up, I click on what I'm trying to get into, and I get a black screen on everything.
I've gotten that also for the last 2 days.
I was on it earlier.
Yeah, I was designing earlier today and I didn't have a problem.
Yeah, I'm on it now and I don't.
I don't have a problem.
No, I designed today too, because I went in and did the one that you sent me. But now every time I pull it up, it's just a black screen.
Mine's not black, but like every time I try to open up one of my designs, there's just not, it's just blank.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
mine's black because I have mine set to be black instead of white.
Oh.
So yeah, it's just a blank
Yeah.
page.
Just blank.
There's
There's-
nothing there. None of the stuff comes up. Nothing. Okay. All right.
If
Go
you
to
need
me.
to throw something my way, Renee, to have me design it for you real quick, I don't mind after this.
Yeah, no, I'm good for tonight. I just was gonna update my bracket, but
Oh yeah.
I don't need to. I was just
Hi friends, welcome to Work It Wednesday, where we do a little bit of training, share some ideas, and just kind of collaborate as a team. I think that's all I have. Renee, go for it.
okay.
That was not
Unfortunately, I have
anywhere
a
where
lot
Tab
tonight.
does, but
I have a lot tonight. Okay. First thing is emails are going out for Cheers to 20 years. So congratulations to everybody that's earned it, whether you earned 9 months or 12 months. Fabulous, fabulous. Yay. Okay, now I can take that post-it off. Then we go into the rest of the news tab where they are changing. How did they? Okay, wait a minute. I took notes, believe it or not. Updates to commissions and bonuses. So where we normally have to have 200 to be considered active in the month, that is going up to 250 as of March 1st. New catalog, all of these things that I'm going to talk about will go into effect. So instead of 200, you got to be at 250. If you are under 250, you will only get paid 20%, even if you are certified. So where normally we get the 25% at certified and up, you have to be active now to get that 25%. So that's different. Monthly bonus for the extra 5% is going from 2,000 to 2,500, which aligns with annual sales. So it's, all of these are really not that big of changes. They're just little tiny things that everybody can achieve because you guys are all awesome. I see. Okay, I think that's it for that one. Oh, no, there will be an updated consultant agreement that we need to go in and take care of. They will post it when it's ready. It will pop up on your dashboard when you sign into your workstation. You'll just have to go in and agree to it. But it's not up yet because I looked for it. And then our host rewards are changing. Qualifying parties will now start at $250 rather than $200. Half offs are going to be called host deals. To my understanding, they are still half off items, but they're just changing the name of it. Dylan has the breakdown for us. So he's supposed to, and he's going to share his screen on the host rewards.
I
And
forgot about this. Hold on, I'll just pull up my workstation and do it from there because
okay.
That'd be
I'm on my phone too, so you'll have to read it because I won't be able to see it. I
That's
didn't think about
perfectly
that when I got on my phone instead of my computer.
yes.
And why I am pulling this up, I do want to mention that I've been with Scentsy for 12 years now. on and off, so quite a bit of time. When I first started, PRV to be active was 150, and then they increased it to 200 and now 250. So this is pretty common. There are a lot of people who have seen this transition and have just taken it on and moved forward. So don't be scared of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's just, another bundle or another warmer or two whiff boxes. Like it really just depends on how you want to look at it. So don't
Yeah.
be scared of these changes. We do have very, very good quality products. And so it's not going to be much harder to say, hey,
Yeah.
let me add this onto your cart and get to that 250. So don't let that scare you. If it
Yeah.
does, just challenge yourself a little bit more. If you are hitting that 200 every month, this is a good step forward to say, hey, instead of 200 every month, I'm going to hit 250. So take it on as a challenge. But let
Yeah.
me share. Let me make sure I share the right thing. So right here on the news tab, if you are a newer consultant, everything that we're talking about is on your workstation, and then you just hit news. And all of this news is here. So everything that Renee just told you, cheers to 20 years incentive, update to commission, change to host rewards, all of the changes that are coming are here. So if you want to deep dive in those and understand them a little bit more, then that's where you would find it. But the one that she was talking about is the host rewards. And the main difference here is $50. So basically everything is going up $50. So instead of a party qualifying to be a party at 200, it's now going to be 250 to 400, basically give or take a penny. And then 400 to 600, 600 to 900, 900 and 9,900, 0.99, and then 1,000 and over. So you can see those numbers here. And then the host credits still apply same way. So 1/2 off, 2 half offs, 3 half offs, and 4 half offs.
And this will all be in the new catalog when it's released. They always put this breakdown in there. So
And it will look much cuter in the catalog, I promise. They're not gonna throw it out there like that. They will definitely make it cute where your customers will understand it. I guarantee most of my customers won't even know that
right.
this change has happened, unless they've had a party with you before and then just say, hey, you're just gonna make more back in your party. Like, just make it a
Right.
fun spin. It doesn't have to be anything negative. Just now we make it 250, and that just means more rewards for you.
Yes, they're going to feed off of your energy. So if you stay positive about all these changes, they will stay positive about all these changes because they are doing a lot. Because we have another one. The bundle and saves are changing. They're doing away with. Hold on, that's on the back page. I jumped ahead, but they're doing away with the Pick 3 Clean, the Pick 3 Laundry, and all Scentsy systems and all Scentsy Perfect systems. All those bundle and saves are gone. The buy 5 bars, get 1 free will be available for us to do on our workstation. So we can still give it to our customers. They just can't order it that way on the website anymore. What they're doing instead is a 10% off. So they're making it across the board the same. Everything's just going to be 10% off. So now they can pick any warmer with 6 bars and they'll get 10% off. They can pick a diffuser with 6 oils and get 10% off. The scent circles will still be 2 because they're 3-packs now. And then the flowers will still just be a 3-pack. And they'll save 10%. So, I mean, it's really, they're just trying to make it across the board the same. And the Scentsy Air, that was the other one. Scentsy Air, any Scentsy Air product and 6 packs of pods will be 10% off. So they're good changes. But on that note, there is an all consultant Zoom with Dan Orchard, our CEO, tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he's going to go over a lot of this with us too. Tab said, they had a very long speech about it. and gave a lot of details on why they were doing all of this. So Dan might touch on some of that tomorrow. So if you're available, jump on that Zoom. When you sign into your workstation on your dashboard, the Zoom link is right there at the top. So if you're available, jump on, watch it. I'm sure it will be recorded, but that I think
Say
is
so
all.
that it will be recorded.
Do what, Gwen?
They said that it will be recorded.
I figured it would.
Yeah.
So, because life, but they will. I'm sure Dan will explain it a little more on why they're making these changes. But like I said, your customers are going to feed off of your energy. So be positive, stay positive about it. We'll just have to learn the new ways.
Mhm.
So, and I think that is it for tonight for me.
That was a lot.
I know it is a lot.
Not
But
your
I-
fault at all. It just
And I
a lot
think
has
that's
happened in the past 2 days. I do
right.
want to,
Everybody's
uh,
like,
yeah, I do want to open up the floor for just like a good 2 minutes here. I don't want to spend like a whole training on this, because Dan is doing that live tomorrow, and I'm sure there will be more information. But does anyone have like any questions about this specifically that we can answer for you? I don't want to like go blow over it either. I do think it's important to talk about. So if you have a question, please feel free to address it. But I want to give everyone the opportunity if they feel like they have a question where maybe they won't
right.
be able to ask it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a safe space. So if you guys feel a certain type of way or anything about it, you can share here too. We're not here
Yeah.
to judge or tell you you're wrong. I think it truly does affect everyone, but we're gonna take it
Yeah.
as best as we can. Yeah, one at a time. Just
Yeah.
adjust.
And I think that's why everybody's so overwhelmed is because it is so much.
Yeah. If you can't unmute, feel free to drop your question in the chat as well. We do keep an eye on the chat, so I'll always be watching that. And we can always come back to this. So if you are listening to Tiffany do her training and you think of something along these lines, you look at the news tab and something changes, please feel free to put it in the chat and we can always come back to it. Still a safe space in 20 minutes from now. Great, let's go.
Okay, we're good. Okay, guys. So I'm super excited about this. So as you saw from our cover photo, the topic tonight is content planning. But when I originally started thinking about doing content planning, I knew that I love content planning, or I just love planning in general because planning is awesome and organization is awesome. And it fills me with all the little butterflies. Okay. When we're organized, I love it. Routines, planning, that's my jam. Okay. But there was something missing from what I was trying to encompass. And after a long talk with Dylan, what I decided that or that what we decided is intention. That was what was so important to me because like doing the thing is important, yes, but why you're doing the thing is even more important. And honestly, I really love the idea of how important it is for intention to come before action. And I did a little research because I love finding quotes that are based off of the topic we're talking about. Okay, so found a great one. Ready? I'm so excited. Okay, so this is from Nelson Mandela. Action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action is merely daydreaming. But vision with action can change the world. So when it comes to content planning, your vision, your intention is the foundation. And without it, your actions can feel scattered or ineffective. So you can honestly just feel like you're posting and praying. Dylan?
I was waving at Melissa because she just jumped in.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Hello, Melissa. Okay. But when your vision aligns with your actions, you can create content that truly connects, inspires, and drives you. Like I feel that way. I'm so excited, guys. I can barely keep all my words together. So if I start like spittering and sputtering, it's because the excitement is bursting through I'm literally, my face hurts from smiling. I'm just so excited about this. Anyway, okay. So I get so excited when there's like a connection thing missing there. So when Cincy posts about something like just a new product or something, I'm excited about it, right? But when it's a new collection that you resonate with, like that's nostalgic or fun, or like you relate to it in some way, you are far more excited. And this totally relates to this, like this whole entire topic that we're about to talk about. So today we're going to be focusing on crafting your vision. And by doing so, Dylan, can you pull up the content buckets little thingy majiggy? I'm so excited. You guys tell. I'm trying not
A
to talk fast.
video?
On the document that I sent you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where the action comes in, guys, like the interaction part that I talked about. So first, what we're going to be doing before we dive deep into this really fun training, we're going to be identifying your content buckets. That's what we're calling them, content buckets. I don't know if they're actually called that. But we're going to be identifying at least 5 things that makes you you, or something that you enjoy doing, something that brings you joy, but outside of Scentsy. So at least 5 things. So I'll give you some examples. Number one, I'm a mom. That is like half of my identity, okay? I have 2 children and they run my life, okay? And so my first content bucket here, like Dylan's showing right now, would be mom. I would just put mom there. Okay. And then moving on from this, another one that I thought of for myself would be cooking. I am currently obsessed. I've been obsessed with this my whole life, learning. I am really like, I have to understand everything about something, and cooking is no different than that. Like, I don't want to simply follow a recipe. I want to understand how, like, this is the basics or the basics for all sorts of things. Like, like what I would need for cookies, of like cooking things from scratch. Okay. That's what I'm obsessed with. Just this week, guys, I've made my own pizza sauce, my own pizza dough, um, pancakes from scratch, chicken pot pie from scratch, like my own cream of chicken, cream of mushroom. We're going on ham out here, okay? So that's important to know, like cooking from scratch right now is bringing me so much joy. Another one for me is learning. I love learning new things is so much freaking. Dylan, this is so fun. I cannot believe that you're doing this. I love it so much. Learning is my favorite thing, whether that be from documentaries, movies, books, podcasts, friends. I love learning things from other people, like so that, or people are extremely passionate about something, they just want to share that. That's my favorite kind of learning. And then another one for me would be nerd, guys. I am the biggest nerd, okay? Movies, video games, books. I am a nerd. I love Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power on Amazon Prime is amazing. If you haven't checked it out, I got to check it out, okay? The new season loads on August 29th, just so you know, for funsies, okay? And then um, I don't have a last one, Dylan. You gotta make up something. Unicorn. I'm really into unicorns. Like them. I'm just kidding. But these are important. These are identifying things for me outside of Scentsy. Okay. So this is, I do love cats. They're so magnificent. They are just majestic little animals. Anyway, so that's the first part of it. So after you have identified your 5 things, if you can't think of 5, that is perfectly fine. I got stuck on 4, not a big deal. But the next component of this that we're going to be doing is I need you to identify 5 goals that you have. 5 goals. Okay. This is important for later. I got very specific with my goals this year. If you guys would like to hear some of those, and then I put them on a piece of paper, which is a no-no. Don't do that. If you guys write things on paper and you lose them 5,000 times, it's stop doing the insanity thing, which is continuing to do the things and hoping for different results. Do something different. So I started using the notes section in my phone and reminder section for everything. So, but this was on a piece of paper. But anyway, you guys, that's a little fun fact for you. Okay. So, some of my goals this year, I would like 20 new frontline members for myself. I would like to earn annual sales. I would like to earn whatever the new incentive is. I want to be consistent every single month with Happy Mail. I want to be paid at title at least 6 months out of the year. I would like at least one $2,000 paycheck. Uh, and I want to build a deeper connection with my team. So those are some of my goals. So whatever your goals may be, they could be title. You really want to get more specific than title because title is there's so many different components of a title, like a promotion. So you want to think about the more specific things that get you to that title. So instead of saying like, I'd like to promote to lead, you know that you need a team member. So like I would like to sponsor one new person. That would be a more specifical goal than just identifying that you want to promote to lead. So after you guys, I'm just going to give you a couple minutes to do this, because both of these things, because they're going to be important for big picture later for the rest of this.
When you are thinking of the 5 topics that kind of represent you, I also want you to think really like broad with this one too. Like, Tiffany may say mom, um, but like she's a mom to her cats as well. So like that could
Yeah.
also like kind of apply to that one.
Yes.
And that would leave her another category. So like a mom is a broad, like you could be a mom of plants, you could be a
So many things.
actual mom, a dog mom, like that's kind of broad. And
Ooh,
we
let's
want those
do.
to be broad so you can run different, and we'll go more into that later, but you can take it into different areas of what we're
Yeah.
going to teach you. So try to leave it broad. Don't like go very specific. Like I love baking cookies. That's very specific compared to just baking as a whole or
Yes.
cooking, like she said.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I was putting this into the rest of the context. Yes. Confirming for all of us. Yes. You're welcome. It's confirmed. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start getting into the rest of this because I'm so pumped. So we've done the first 2 parts. Okay. One of the things that I love about all of the trainings that I've accumulated, watched, I don't know why I just used the word accumulated, is that there's been like consistent themes to all of them, and therefore they all connect, which I really enjoy for myself. But one thing consistently that I've learned in trainings is that there are 3 legs of success. You'll hear Dan Orchard talk about it. Many of the other Scentsy leaders talk about it. But those 3 legs of success in Scentsy are sales or PRV. Obviously, that's important for our businesses. A second component is sponsoring. And the third and final one, which is so hard to find a good word that just encompasses everything, because when I looked up, because again, like this training is a consistent thing I've heard, but like that last category has been approached with so many different names. So I've heard coaching calls, I've heard personal development, developing leaders. So that's that last part. And I'm going to simplify that a little bit later as to like what it means to me. But behind content planning, these are the 3 things that we are trying to constantly be working on to have a successful Scentsy business: PRV sales, sponsoring, and we're just, for the sake of this, we're going to call it developing leaders, or just developing, okay? Because I think in order to develop a leader, you have to develop yourself, because you have to be growing to meet new people, to connect with new people. You're growing. And honestly, like as leaders, we're training on things, attaining new skills, and then we share those new skills. So again, we're developing ourselves and developing others. But I want to go through specifically each one of these things and talk about intention behind them. And Dylan, I'm totally going to rely on you for help, because I get so excited and then my mouth starts running 50 miles a minute and we're all over the place. Okay, so Dylan's going to be my backup here. But when we think about PRV and sales, I think it can be so easy to just start posting content, like to just start posting what we have available in our current catalog, what we have available in LTOs, those types of things. So when you see a content calendar, which we've done plenty of times in this group, we've got together, come up with ideas for what we were going to be sharing and how we were going to be sharing them. But there is so much more. You can easily, very easily, I could get a calendar right now and start filling in. On Monday, the 1st, I'm going to talk about whiff boxes. On Tuesday, the 22nd, I'm going to talk about the new collection that's coming out. We can easily start filling things with that. But that does not lead to purposeful things. That is posting and praying, right? Because we're just posting and hoping someone comes across it. And it also doesn't help you stand out either, which I think is another key component when you are working in this where there are other Scentsy consultants selling the exact same thing that you are selling. The only difference is you between that consultant and you. Like it's truly just yourself. That's the difference. All the products are the same, but how we go about it is different. So I want to use an example here. Who uses TikTok? Okay, guilty pleasure all the time. I learn recipes. I've learned so many things. I don't even know what I'm going to do with half the information I've learned at this point. But I just want to let you guys know that when my day comes, I will be able to completely remodel a room by myself. Build built-ins. I've watched so many people do it at this point. So I have a lot of experience with TikTok. And one of the things that I really notice is that when I come across a post that is just a picture of a product, like a link, or like the actual post on a website, it'll show like the price, like that it's on sale or something, and it's just the post. I swipe so fast. Literally, it's the fastest thing I've ever done in my life. Just boom, gone. But when someone whips out something and they be using it, and then like halfway through the video, they're like, oh, also, by the way, use my code. I didn't even know we were going to get there. Okay. I thought she just found it off the internet and was using it, and it worked real well. And she wanted to share it with everybody because that's how I work. Okay. When I love something, I have to tell everyone I know about it. Literally, like the phone calls don't stop. It's like 15 phone calls. Everyone's just learned about my new favorite tea. That's just what I like. So I thought that's what everyone was doing on TikTok. But anyway, regardless, they be making money. So with the post, there's totally a different reaction from me. And that is the same thing that occurs when we're just posting and praying. When you just post and pray a collection, hopefully someone sees a product in that and they enjoyed it. But it doesn't share with the true it doesn't truly captivate someone. Like, how are you using this product? Like, so if I post right now the Valentine's Day, just a picture of it, that is obviously one approach versus me showing myself decorating a certain part of my house for the holidays. Like, oh, I love to just do a little bit of decorating for Valentine's Day and putting that, or like creating a, like the little, well, I don't know what we'd call it for Valentine's Day, but you know how we had the boo baskets? That was super cute. I don't know what we were calling them during Christmas time. Gift
Burr basket.
Burr baskets. We were
Love,
calling.
love basket.
Okay, so now it would be like a love basket, okay? And that is a completely different approach. It's the products being used and serving a purpose. Someone can actually envision themselves using that product in the same way that you're using it. Like, oh my God, that's a perfect gift idea. I'd love to do that. So, this is the difference between just posting and posting with intention. Another great point that Dylan and I went over that I absolutely just adore, we were thinking about in all these big changes that have been made. So we're moving past PRV and we're moving into the sponsoring category here, but Dylan and I were specifically working with the whole the message that we can offer people when we're like to join, okay? So if someone buys something from you and you say, hey, did you know that with Scentsy, you can make money off of your own purchase? That is it is a perk. It is. But is that message tailored intentionally for everyone? No. So let's just take this down, like break this down a little bit. So if someone is really frugal and with you during your time of selling Scentsy, this customer of yours has maybe bought, let's say they have a whiff box, they have a Scentsy Club subscription, and they just get that whiff box every single month. And you approach that person, you're like, hey, did you know that you can make money back on your purchases? And this person who might be frugal takes you up on that offer. And now you have a new teammate who is selling because I think after like how the PRV works, it's $25.20 that you actually earn off of a whiff box, which is $35. But I think that's what it is. Dylan, is that right? 25.20? That sounds right.
28, but it's probably different in club.
Yeah, in club. Yes, it's 25. Yeah, it's 25.20. I have like 4 people that have just a whiff box in their Scentsy Club. Um, so if you approach that person is maybe getting 25.20 every single month on their PRV. And is that nice? Yes, it's 25.20. Then you have to take 75% of that because that's what counts towards your TWV. And then once you're a director, your GWV. So that's one option. But if that message that you're giving, let's say that I have another customer who every single month is buying like $200 worth of Scentsy product. And then during Christmas time, she's also getting with you to have her own little party where she's spending like $500 on Christmas gifts and utilizing the rewards to get even more. And I tailor that message to her like, hey, did you know that you could earn money back on your own purchases? The outcome is different, right? We have one person who's putting in over 200 PRV every month, which is an active 250 is an active frontline member for you versus the person that was just selling the 25 $25.20.
Let's say $25.
Yeah, $25. It is 20 cents though, just if you guys want to get super clear. And this is where we had a really fun talk about how intention makes so much sense. Like, not every single person is going to relate to that message. Also, Dylan, I'm supposed to remind you, being relatable. You're welcome. That was just done. Check. But not every person is going to resonate. I use intention every time I schedule my post for the month. There's a reason why I post what. Exactly right, Carissa. Exactly right, because you do you, girl. Okay, so that's an example on the sponsoring front.
And we didn't hear it. You mumbled it.
Oh, sorry. I don't remember what I said either, so we can't go back.
Read her comment. Is she
Oh,
comment?
read Clarissa. Okay, Clarissa wrote in the comments, I use intention every time I schedule my post for the month. There's a reason why I post what I post and when I post it, which is so true. Clarissa did a little training in our group, which you can just type in her name at the top of the group and you can find it. It was really nice. You should check that out. Okay. So now we're going to move into the last portion of it, which is that developing thing that I was talking about. So when I'm talking about personal development or the developing of leaders and stuff like that, I always immediately think of the trainings that I'm attending because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing to grow. And then I share the content, share the things that I learn with my team members. So showing up to the all consultant call every Tuesday, showing up to work at Wednesday, every Wednesday, and then looking for new opportunities that Scentsy has to offer. So the new Spark sessions that they're doing, Christy and I both attended one on recruiting this past Tuesday. And it was really nice to get to talk to someone about home office on the topic. And you're with other consultants, which could be a really beneficial field for you to bounce ideas off of. I always find that networking with fellow consultants really has positive impacts on my business, to be honest. So, when you're okay, so we went through all these topics, guys: PRV, sponsoring, and then we just covered personal development, like what that means, like showing up to those things. Now, how does this play into content planning? Oh, I'll tell you. Because if at the beginning of the month you're looking at your schedule and going, Okay, every single Tuesday, I know that I'm attending the all consultant call. I'm putting that on my calendar, on my schedule, that I'm attending these things. I'm also filling my content calendar with the things that Scentsy has filled us in with, like what products I know are coming out, quirky little fun holidays that are going on, like National Donut Day or things like that that you can really cater. We're putting those things onto our content calendar as well. And then when we look at like just different things that you have going on in your life as far as those content buckets that we talked about. Like if you know like you're making pizza on Tuesday with your family, you can fill those things into your content calendar. And when we look at this in a grand scheme of things on how we're being intentional, we can start to share those things by doing what you're supposed to be already doing in your business, by showing up on all legs of success with the PRV, the sales, then with sponsoring and with personal development, just by filling your calendar with the things that you're intentionally trying to fuel your own goals, like my goals. Remember what I said about wanting to be consistent with Happy Mail. So I'm scheduling in. Okay, this is such a weird thing, but I'm obsessed with Noah Kahn. Do you guys know who Noah Kahn is? No one? Okay. Well, fun little Safari Google for you. Google Chrome. I don't know what you're doing, okay? We play with Safari up in here, but we use Google Chrome when we're trying to video message people on Facebook because Safari won't do that. So I gotta go into Google Chrome. But anyway, moving on. You have to listen to him because I don't know, he speaks to my soul. I would marry the man if I could. I'm already married, that's legal. But it's amazing. He has this one specific song that I'm currently obsessed with, which I don't think is a strong enough word to cover how I feel. But we're going to use it because that's the only one I know. And he has a song, it's called No Complaints. Now in the chorus, he says the first line of the chorus is I finally got sewed up, like ding, 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 which I hope no one's doing. But like if you're going through things, you're drowning, it can feel like you're spilling out, like you're just open and leaking and just whatever is happening to you. So I finally got sewed up, set a time, and I showed up. Now the weight of the world doesn't feel so bad. I resonate with this so much because if you think about everything that I just discussed, the three legs of success, which were, again, we're going to keep covering them because they're my favorite thing: PRV sales, sponsoring, and personal development or developing leaders, developing yourself and developing those around you. If you are focusing on all three things and looking at a calendar and going, holy heck, how am I going to fit all that in there? This is a lot. It can seem very overwhelming, but if you set a time and show up, aka plan, thank you, Noah Khan, then the weight of the world doesn't seem so bad. So the weight of all of these tasks that you're trying to accomplish to fulfill your goals it doesn't feel so overwhelming because you've literally carved it out. Like I know exactly what I'm going to be talking about, on what day I'm going to be talking about, and how I'm going to be working towards the goals. So, wasn't that beautiful? Yes, I know, right? Okay, cool. But I want to take this a step further because gather your goals and gather the things that you put for your content buckets because we're going to need to have these. Dylan, help. We're going to need to have these, what is the word where you're keeping something in the back of your mind while you're doing something? Like you want to keep your goals and
This is when you ask me for help?
I know. I'm like, what is this? We want to keep
Right.
it. Yes. Oh, I also, well, later. I have to ask you guys a question later, but we have to wait for that because that's the last thing. I wrote that in my outline. That's the thing we were going to close with. But I okay, focusing on all these things gives you content. That was a really important thing. But Dylan, what was the thing we were going to talk about? Oh, content comes from all of these things, guys. When you identify, if you don't identify your goals, then we don't know where we're going. If we don't know where we're going, just like the quote I talked about, mentioned, the first part of that was so important because where is it? Well, the quote's gone. I don't know where it went. It's floating around on this computer somewhere. Good luck to us
This
all.
is why you write things down.
Right here, I found it. Action without vision is only passing time. That's posting and praying for my friends. It's just
And
put,
wait, stop, because I want to write this down.
yes, action without vision is only passing time. Vision without action. I'm gonna put it in the comments for y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's drop it in the chat.
Here we go. Right now, it's coming. This is amazing. So action without vision is only passing time, posting and praying. Without vision, without action is merely daydreaming, which I am so very good at. I don't know if you guys are qualified as me, because all I do is sit around and be in my head. And then the last one is vision with action can change the world, which is so stinking true. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about cultivating vision, identifying who you are, how you see yourself outside Scentsy, and what your goals are, and putting both of those two things together and keeping those in mind as you plan out your month. And we must plan out our months. And I am talking to myself here, guys. Dylan and I had a very heart to heart. And by that, I mean he was staring at me while I ran my mouth 500 miles a minute. That's literally what was happening. But through all the jabbering I was doing, I really came to the clarification for myself that I think a lot of the times I feel very overwhelmed because we have all these things launching and I don't really have a vision for myself. But if I know what I'm trying to accomplish every single month and I can start there, then I know what I need for the month. Does that make sense? Like we're not just posting and praying. Like I have actual intent. So I've already been implementing this. There are tons of things that are going on in your life all the time that you can share. And that's how people buy from us when they like, know, and trust us. And the only way that you can trust somebody is getting to know them. That's why we talked about identifying your content buckets. So I've started sharing pictures just of random things like my son cleaning off the ice off my windshield, which he forced me to let him do, by the way, guys. For a long time, I felt like I was like, this is a failure in a mom moment. I'm cozy inside a car, and my 10-year-old is freezing his hind end off, scraping ice off my windshield. But it got so much engagement in my VIP group, and that's something I normally wouldn't share. Like just because it was such a fast thing that happened in my day. And I don't, but I'm trying to be more intentional. My word of the year is proactive. And this is where all this is about. So, to close, guys, which I'm super pumped about, is Dylan asked me this question, and I want to ask all of you, and you guys got to be honest because I was like, immediately without even thinking, I was like, yes, the answer is yes. Dylan said, if you were your boss, would you fire you? Yeah, that that was deep, and that hurt my heart because I just thought about that. If someone had hired me, literally, they were like, "Hey, I need you to run my business. This is what I'm going to pay you. This is what you got to do," and you just have free reign out here, I am letting a lot of people down for sure. Okay. We're going to give ourselves grace because you can change it. It's not a permanent thing. There's tons of hope here. But that really got me thinking, like, I mean, I know companies don't just make products, shoot some pictures of it,
Right.
and post it out on the internet. Yes, you should post other things also, like things that are happening.
And
If you, that is so true. Like just like I said about TikTok, when it's a sales post, I just skedaddle right on by it. It's second nature. But when you're posting those, oh guys, I forgot to read things out loud. I'm so sorry. I just started whispering.
the
So
comment.
our content calendar and our content we plan doesn't all need to be Scentsy. No, it is incredibly important that it's not Scentsy, all
Yeah.
Scentsy, because we're trying to build. Yes, we people
Top
remember
five.
when. Yes, Renee. Yes,
You do.
yes. But it's just like what I talked about before, guys. If someone you only buy from someone, okay, wait, we are all selling the exact same product. Like I get the same packaging you get. I get the same smells you get. I don't have any exclusive I don't have any exclusive products. So the only difference between all of us is the person who's selling it. And people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. It's exactly how you feel when you're buying something from someone. And no one can like, know, trust you if you just be posting Scentsy product. You
Mhm.
know?
And I am horrible, horrible at posting my personal life just because I'm not used to it. I was never a selfie person, any of that kind of stuff. But I try. I try.
Right.
Seriously. I need to make
And
content.
and like if you're just running through your like think about how overwhelming that is. If you're going day to day and you wake up in the morning feeling like not P. Diddy because he did some bad things. But if you are waking up in the morning and immediately just filled with, oh my gosh, I have to come up with all these posts today. What am I going to post my VIP group? What am I going to post on social media? Am I going to post anything on social media? Like, it is so overwhelming to wake up and feel that. But if you take some time, as Noah Kahan says, set a time and I showed up, hey, hey, then this all doesn't feel so overwhelming. So that's what I'm going to be challenging all of you to do because I've already been started doing this in my life and I would like to show you guys the proof because if this can help anybody. Dylan showed me how he stores his I know I talk about Dylan forever, but literally I learned so much from him. I'm sorry guys. I just learned a lot from him. But Dylan has his Christmas list that he shares with his family. He uses the notes section not notes, reminders section in his phone for this. So I was like, that's super fun. I want to play with that. And so I did. You can create sections, guys. Literally, this is the most, I'm so organized over here. It's cute. I'll show you. So it says which this is
Oh my
ridiculous.
God, my comments are gonna be on there.
What your comments are going to be on it
Yeah.
because I shared it accidentally with Dylan. Something came up. We were talking on the phone and something came up the top what I was talking to him and I just immediately pushed the button and it was collaborate. So I just started sending Dylan lists. And so now he just has access. But anyway, it says it doesn't say anything. Hey. It says let's do it. Okay, and then I have sections here. So I just named this is in your reminders. You'll go into the reminders app if you have an iPhone, Android, you be on your own because I can't.
I'm sure there's an app out there, like
There's
just a
probably some,
list, right?
but you be on your own. I can't give you.
Notepad.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm useless to you. I'm an Apple fan. Okay, so when you open your reminders app, it'll look like this. Okay, mine's got a lot of stuff on there because I need help. There's add list at the bottom here. Oh, Tiffany, we're not doing that. Oh, but you can name it, change the color. You can even change what's in the box. Like look at the little emoji. There's pills, there's there's silverware, there's I don't know what that is. It looks like a carrot, but I'm not quite sure. And so you can put all the
Vegetables.
yeah, it's some kind of I don't know. It looked weird. Let's do it. So then I've made this. So immediate. There's been so many Scentsy trainings that I've seen or we've gone over where it talks about organizing things upon importance and urgency. And I don't know if you guys have covered that. We covered it at SFR. We covered it at leadership that I've attended leadership dinner at SFR that I've attended at boot camp, director boot camp. They talked about it. So it's out there. I think we just talked about it at this last SFR too. For everyone, we talked about this apart as importance and urgency.
Hmm.
So this is immediate. These are things that I know I need to do. Dylan added fun comments because he's hilarious, obviously. Then I have self-care because I'm working on that, being more intentional with that because it's really easy as a mom to just forget yourself and what happens there. Clean because I have a cleaning schedule, so every day I can just go in here and put what my purpose is, what I'm doing in my business that day, what I'm doing with my team, and then Dylan came up with a super fun category. It's called Future Tiffany. It's things I want to do, but I'm not allowed to do right now because it's not income producing. So that's the category we have there. Okay. Told you, you learn a lot. And then I started doing it to buy. But this is perfect for the things that you're trying to hold yourself accountable. And I'm not doing the posting and praying this year. I'm not doing that at all. And I'm also not doing the insanity thing where I just keep doing the same things, hoping for different results. We're going to be doing new things to become a better version of ourselves. Super excited.
Thank you.
Let me go back to the calendar real quick, just so before we run out of time, I want to clarify kind of where we were going with this. So for the content buckets up here, we did this together, but the 5 things that you did, I would love to personally hear them. So if you want to put those in the chat, I think me, Tiffany, and Renee, all of us would love to hear them. So whatever your 5 content buckets are, you can always put those in the chat, but those are going to be the things you write up here. And we'll post this on the Scented Social Circle tonight so you guys can have this. But you're going to put those 5 things up there. And then the reason we asked for those goals is because you can, down here, you're going to do some content planning. So like Tiffany said, you're planning ahead a little bit. And I don't know where the goals go, but I figured they were cute in these little on the lines. But you can do whatever you want with them. But the reason for this down here is you can plan ahead a little bit. So for week 1, so say you're starting this next week, like you're going to work the next few days and figure it out, and then you're going to start posting next week. You could have your goal here. So Tiffany's goal was to grow her team. So grow my team. And then down here, you could have what you're going to post. You can do 1 thing a day, you can do 2 things a day, 3 things a day, whatever it is, and you can put those there. So Tiffany talked about Jackson, how she was going to post him cleaning the ice. So that's 1 thing she can post, which relates to her being a mom. Maybe she can post the warmer of the month, right? Like, or go live with it. I think that would be more beneficial. Go live with the warmer of the month, so people want that product. And then 3, she could say, this is probably going to be like a Monday or something like that. So let's say she cooks dinner. So she could put cook pizza with fam in the club. We all fam. So she could put that there. So she has 1 day done. And then the second day, she can do the same thing. So she can say, Scentsy, I want to share a bundle that Scentsy, well, bundle's not really a thing, but I, I want to do a bundle. I want to share a bundle in my VIP group, or I want to share it. And then 2, I want to share playing a video game because she loves video games. So playing a video game. You guys get the point, right? Like you are going through and kind of planning every single day. And this is like a digital version, and I just opened it on preview and I'm just adding things, but you guys can make it cute. Find like if you're a paper and a planner person, grab your calendar and write 1, 2, and 3, or grab whatever if you want to grab 30 sticky notes and put them on the wall and do 1, 2, and 3. But what we're doing is we had you come up with this content of things that aren't Scentsy that make you you. So people want to buy from you. Like Tiffany said, they know, they like, they trust you. We need to be more relatable for them. So when I say, hey, I turned to my warmer of the month. Hey, buy this warmer for me because it's really pretty. I want you guys to see me, know me, and you're like, oh, I trust Dylan. He loves dogs. He loves cooking. He loves everything cozy. So I know it's cozy and cute. And so now I need that in my home, right? Instead of just posting it and saying, here's the Valentine's Day collection. Because if you're just going to post it and say, here's the Valentine's Day collection, and Tiffany is being super cute and fun and laughing and going live, and she's holding it and she's like, I love this. It makes my home so cozy. It matches my Valentine's Day decorations. Which person are you going to buy from? And I don't mean that in like a bad way, like you guys have to work your business 24/7. I don't want you to think that, but like think about what you're posting. Be relatable to people. So that way they want to buy from you, right? So plan ahead a little bit, and Tiffany talked about that, but sit down, give yourself, even if it's like every single Sunday for 1 hour, I'm going to work my business, and that means I'm going to plan every post for the week. That's 1 hour of your week.
Yeah. You don't have to sit down and literally at the beginning, like at the end of the month, like after the end of the month live, and sit down and plan out the entire month. You can break
Yeah.
this down into chunks, like just like on Sundays, giving yourself just whatever that chunk of time is that you have available to look at your week, especially like really we want to be using what we already have. Like we're not trying to get, you can get creative, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with trying to think of all these different things that you're going to be doing. It's really based off of your life as it is and trying to figure out how you can share more of that with your customers. Like on payday, for instance. And when we're going into these things, we're pulling in that content, those content buckets and your goals. So on payday, if my goal is to grow my front line, I'm not going to be like just posting just like, oh, today's Scentsy payday. I'm going to be posting, hey, it's Scentsy payday. What I really enjoy pulling in, talking about those content buckets, what I really enjoy is being able to stay at home, spend more time with my family, that I don't have to miss those moments because I really enjoy being a mom. And I really love being able to earn money, extra money for my family, and in a way that I like, in a way that I enjoy. That is fueling so many of my goals. It's one, identifying and being relatable, um, because honestly, we all humans are relatable, like just in a shared experience type of way. But I'm talking about things that are personal to me, that this is my life, and Scentsy is benefiting my life in XYZ ways. And but I'm also talking about, I'm also sharing something about Scentsy. Still, it's a Scentsy thing. And I'm also working towards my goals because I'm letting other people know, like my goal is to have 20 new frontline members at the end of the year. And by sharing that, that is something out there that someone could relate to. It's not just posting and praying.
Well, and they're scrolling and the first thing they see is stay at home mom. What if like that's the one thing they're looking for and they didn't know this was an opportunity to be like they thought it was another, 9 to 5.
Right.
They don't know what it
Um,
is. So they see stay at home and they're like, wow, I want to do that. I'm also a mom. I can do that. I've been doing that and I want extra money.
Mhm.
Like you're being relatable where they want to join your team. They're thinking about, oh, I could do that. If Tiffany's doing that, then maybe I could do that.
Yes.
Another example, next month, you got World Tour coming up, but I'm also going to a work thing with my husband up in Michigan. So I will post about that, but then I will also post about this little beauty going with me and making our hotel room smell fabulous. So
Yeah.
I'm mixing my things together and showing what I'm using. And you can do that with World Tour. I'm going to World Tour. I'm got my room spray with me in the car. I've got a scent circle with me in the car. So it shows what you're doing. It's not salesy. It's just, yeah.
You guys are killing it with identifying your content buckets. This is amazing. I love them so much. Also, I love that Melissa put I baby them. I used to talk to my plants. I don't have plants anymore because all of my cats decided that they were chew toys, and then they got some kind of weird little mite disease. It was disturbing. And so I
I
had to part with my babies, but I used to talk to them because I read in an article that it really honestly does help them.
You know, you say that, and I almost wrote, I talked to them because it helped the oxygen, and I was like, nope, backspace, backspace. They're gonna think I'm really weird. And then you
No,
said
be
that, I was like,
authentically you.
yes.
I let my freak flag fly
You,
on a regular
it's like
basis.
you just took my whole thought out. I like that.
Yeah. You gotta talk to them. Get a little tender
Yeah,
moment.
that's what I've heard.
Anyway, guys, this has been so much fun. I do not want to take up more of your time. It's already late. So, you guys are more than welcome to hop off this call if you need to. Get it going. I don't know how we end these things, but I
questions
thank you
before we
guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. This was so
Say
much
hi
fun.
to everybody. Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna go
Did
ahead and
anybody have
we're gonna go
questions?
ahead and stop the recording. We normally, if you are new here, we normally hang out after just for a few minutes just to
Yeah.
talk, where it's not a training, just to have some community. So everyone is welcome to stay. If you